What's going on? We back with the Boxing Clinic of Morris. Your boy CJ Goodfellow. One time for the one time. Y'all know what the business is. We grinding. Shout out to the whole LDBC. And Shawn Porter wins the unanimous decision. 116, 112, 113, 115, 113, 115, I believe it was. And we was just live scoring the fight. And I had it a draw. But I could see Shawn Porter winning. He threw more punches. He was the aggressor. And it didn't really live up to the expectations, but when you build these fights up, the expectations become so great that it's hard for even elite level fights to live up to the expectation. It was a solid fight. It wasn't to my liking. It wasn't because I picked Danny to win. It really didn't matter who won. I just wanted to see the winner fight Spence, and look like it's going to happen next, which we'll talk about that towards the end of the video in a different video as well. But Danny Garcia and Shawn Porter went tit for tat a lot of times in this fight. Danny was his timing was just off with the right hook, with the overhand right, and with the left hook. Shawn was the aggressor. Shawn tried to come out and do what Peterson Herrera did. He figured out that he was getting picked apart, and he started closing the distance, working Danny Garcia's body. And I think the body work on Garcia really slowed Garcia down. And Garcia doesn't have super stamina like Shawn Porter does. And Danny would go into the body every now and again, but Porter was digging to the body. Danny was touching to the body. Tit, tit, pit, pit, just tit, tit, tit. But Porter was thudding to the body. He was digging to Danny's body, and he took it out of Danny. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't a lot of major head bust, even though he got cut on top on the left side of his head, I believe, and his nose, Bridges' nose got hit. But Shawn was just quicker, more elusive. He threw more volume. Danny was picking him apart with some shots when he landed, but Danny missed a lot of right hands. He missed a lot of left hooks. Shawn was just getting out the way. And Shawn was the better fighter tonight, bar none. It was a close fight. I definitely don't want to see it again. If that's the question in the comment section, hell no, I don't want to see it again. It wasn't one of my favorite fights to watch. It won't be one of those fights that I willingly just turn on like Hagler Hearns or shit like maybe like Trout or Canelo. It didn't have that type of energy or that type of feel to it. But it was a solid fight. The undercard was utter trash in my opinion. But that's a conversation for another day. And but Danny tried. Danny tried. Shawn just outworked him. You know what I'm saying? His precise and accurate punching, it didn't beat the aggressiveness and the volume punching of Shawn Porter. And it was a lot of times, down the stretch they was going tit for tat, round for round, and it was hard for either one of them to string more than one round together in the championship rounds. But Danny Garcia didn't go for it in the last round. It really didn't matter on the scorecards. They were wider than we had them, but it is what it is, man. And I think Porter definitely deserved to win. He was the better fighter, and I don't know if Danny Garcia wants to continue to fight. He didn't look like a fighter that wanted to continue, and down the stretch of the fight, he wasn't hungry like a fighter should be hungry. He didn't have the hunger that he had when he fought Morales, Holt, Amir Khan, Lucas Matisse coming down the stretch. That hunger was gone. And when he got to talking about money at the press conference, I knew it would be an opportunity that Danny Garcia might not kick it into overdrive like the younger Danny Garcia would, because his mindset wasn't there no more. The hunger, the drive, it wasn't there no more. He didn't really want it no more. And you could tell in press conference, you could tell by his inactivity, and his inactivity might have been a big problem, because he was just missing the right hand. He was just missing the left hook. He was just missing those big shots. And even when he didn't load up on shots, he just let the shots flow. They didn't have steam on them. They didn't have accuracy on them. They didn't have power on them. And, he just, that's what happened when you're inactive. Shawn Porter seemed like he dealt with his inactivity better than Danny Garcia. He was more accurate to the body. His attack was more accurate. I didn't agree with him coming out trying to be something that he's not. I didn't agree with him trying to dance and box and circle around. And Danny, he was giving up rounds. He gave it the first 3 rounds, in my opinion. And he won 3 straight rounds on my card as well, and a lot of other rounds. But if Earl Spence did get into the ring, I say that for a separate video altogether. But Shawn Porter definitely earned the green belt. They came dressed in green and gold, and they left with the green and gold belt. And it'd be interesting to see what's next for Danny Garcia. Very, very interesting, man. He's he was a good fighter, is a good fighter, but I don't know what's left to do unless he wants to go fight Terrence Crawford. I don't see him wanting to fight a Jamal James or Ugas, nothing like that. I don't see him going to fight Earl if Earl and Shawn don't happen. But it seems that, what they was alluding to, both camps, that The winner was going to fight Errol Spence and unify the belts. And hopefully we get to see it in the first 2 quarters next year. That's something I'll be interested to go into. Earl did jump in the ring and call out Shawn, rightfully so. A lot of people wanted to do it. You can see he wasn't comfortable within doing that. He wasn't comfortable in doing that. All right, but he stepped out of his scope of support and he called him out. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you guys wanted. He wanted to fight. They wanted to build the fight. It wasn't as exciting as when Shawn came in barking, doing Danny Garcia. I think Shawn made a better entrance, but and I'll get my synopsis on that fight tomorrow night or tomorrow afternoon. We could talk about that as well, or in a separate video. I'm gonna drop the video right after this one, so be on the lookout for Earl and Shawn video, and I'll do a Danny video tomorrow. We're gonna chop it up, but yeah, man, congratulations to Shawn and Kenny. We still broke Kenny. Yeah, I couldn't get the ringside Kenny, but I'm broke. Say no. No, they did what they had to do. Now they're going to fight. Hopefully they fight Earl. That's going to be a big fight sometime next year. And, shout out to Shawn Porter if he actually really does take that challenge, which I think he will. And shout out to Danny Garcia. If he wants to move up, if he wants to retire, good. All that cherry picking and inactivity he was doing, get the fuck up out the sport, man. Get up out of here with that, man. If you're going to be an active fighter so you can be sharp and have your faculties on point, or you're not. If you're going to be active, I want him to stay in the sport. If not, get up out of here. But congratulations to WBC champion Shawn Showtime Porter. Y'all know what the business is. We on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Shout out to the LDBC one time for the one time. If you want to donate, the PayPal link is there as well. Shout out to all the super chats. Shout out to all the brothers that was on the live with us tonight. Y'all know what the business is, man. We're going to hit y'all in the head with another video after this one. I definitely appreciate all the brothers and sisters that's rocking with us, man, and supporting the page, man, and, support to Colossal Sports TV, Golden Gloves Boxing, Cali Enigma Sports Network for commentating with me tonight.